You know, as humans, we're preconditioned to avoid pain, and we want to go towards the pleasure, right? We want something nice, but we avoid failure because we're associating that with pain. Now, as a society, we also view failure as a sign of defeat, as a sign of weakness. However, you might be surprised to know that really you should embrace failure. Not only that, you should fail often. Here's what I mean by that. So, with failure, there comes a lot of things you can do with that, right? There's a lot of stuff that comes from that. First thing we're going to talk about is failure leads to learning, right? Thomas Edison said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That's interesting. I mean, those who fail the most learn the most. When you fail, you learn what works and, of course, what doesn't. Venture capitalists have been known to invest in entrepreneurs that have undergone multiple failures. For some, an entrepreneur who has never experienced failure is untested and they haven't learned from adversity. Not worth it, right? Now, another thing that we're going to learn from failure, you discover what's missing. Like, there's a little something I just can't put my finger on. C.S. Lewis said, failures are finger posts on the road to achievement, pointing the way. Hey, look over here. Look over here. Right? Failure is simply a signal that something's missing, something's not quite right. Failure reveals what needs to change for you to succeed. Through failure, you uncover gaps in yourself, gaps in your strategies, gaps in your systems, even gaps in your business, gaps in your team. It's going to help you discover all of the problem areas where everything is. As soon as you fail, it's going to be just front and center. That's what went wrong. Like, I need to fix this. And the next time around, you're good, right? You learn where your weaknesses are or your limitations and what needs to change, what needs to be improved, right? And if that one business fails, you learn from that failure so when you build your second business, you don't have that same problem. Through failure, you discover where the obstacles are. Then you can make a plan to push through those barriers, climb over them, go around them, whatever it is, to overcome them, right? The barrier's not going to stop you this time, or the next time, or the next time, and so on and so forth. Now, failure could also just be a sign of the coming success. I know it sounds a little weird, but hear me out, hear me out. There's a quote by T.S. Eliot. Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. I mean, so what we mean by failure can be a sign of coming success. Big failures are often accompanied by big achievements. You cannot hope to achieve anything of real substance by staying small, insulated, safe. It's just, right? Little risk, little reward. Nothing. Big risk, big reward. Now, there's another quote, Robert Kiyosaki, and he puts the concept really well. Winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are. Failure is part of the process of success. People who avoid failure also avoid success. So, on your road to success, just keep this in mind. You're going to fail. You're probably going to fail a lot, but you're also going to succeed. Right? You might have little failures here and there along the way, but those little failures are going to help you improve to reach success. So just keep that in mind. Don't give up. Keep going. Now, the other good thing about failing, a lot of times, it builds an immunity to fear, right? There's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. I mean, the fear of failure limits you. It'll stop you dead in your tracks. Oh, right? Like a deer in headlights. Oh, what do I do? If you're afraid to fail, you're also afraid to take risks and scale fast. The fear of failure, it kills growth. It just bleh. Right? By failing often, you learn to build an immunity to fear. When you're not afraid of failure, you can embrace feedback and not be paralyzed by criticism. So if something happens and someone says, "Oh, that wasn't good," or "Oh, why would you do that?" Right? And they give you, "Hey, what about doing it this way instead of that way?" Or, that was an okay idea, but have you thought about this? It's like, just, don't get upset about someone. Don't think they're attacking you. They're trying to help you. Like, criticism can be great. As Aristotle put it, there's only one way to avoid criticism: do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. And that just doesn't sound like you, does it? Come on. No way. No way. Now, last thing, failure sweetens success. Winston Churchill said, "Success is stumbling from failure to failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm." I mean, come on. Success is so much sweeter after you've experienced failure. Right? When you recall humiliating moments of failure before you achieve success, the success feels so much more valuable. You also don't take it for granted because you know how hard it was to come by. Right? Maybe you played sports in high school, and your sophomore year, you lost the last game of the season to go to the state championship, right? You lost the city championship. But then you worked that entire summer. You worked out, you did training, you did conditioning. And the next year, you beat your rivals, and you got to go. And it just felt so good. It felt so good, didn't it? Even in your personal life, if you have something going on, something happened, and you have a setback, but it's only temporary, and you overcome it. You work hard, right? It's just when you finally get to where you want to be, it feels great. It feels wonderful, right? So just remember, failing, failing's not all that bad. It can be a little scary at first, but on the road to where you want to be, successful, wealthy, whatever it is, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail a couple times. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck, right? It's gonna suck, but if you keep that enthusiasm, if you keep moving forward, take it day by day, right? You'll get there. You will achieve that goal. Don't let failing or fear of failure stop you from doing or becoming whatever it is you want to do or become, right? Every day, put in the work. It'll happen. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, come back for another one. Hey, up to you. Everything's free. We appreciate anything you do. But till I see you guys in the next one, y'all be safe.